What is happening, guys? You know what this is. You know what this was. You know how special this was back in the day, guys. This is the fall preview issue of the world's famous TV guide. This is how we knew what shows were coming out for the new fall season, which cartoons were we going to be able to check out in the new fall season. We learned about a little show called Beverly Hills 90210. We learned about a little cartoon called The Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling Connection in these fall preview guides. Well, tonight is the New 80's Revolution's very own version of the fall preview. That's right. We have entered October, and the channel has gone in all kinds of different fun little directions. And thanks to our friend, Smash Ventura, the very talented Smash Ventura, tonight we are going to have a special episode, a fall preview episode, right here tonight on the New 80's Revolution. We are going to talk about the shows that are coming, the shows that are already happening, but more importantly, we are going to take a look at some very special work from a very special friend of the channel, Smash Ventura. So let's get started. What can we expect from this channel going forward? Episodes of your favorite New 80's Revolution shows will continue on, and they're all going to fall under their own little separate umbrella, their own little special category. The first one we're going to talk about. The first one that we're going to talk about is something that I will be bringing back, something that I will be resurrecting, maybe with a different format, maybe with the same format, I'm not sure. Many of you have asked, where's Wrestling with the Past? We love Wrestling with the Past. We like hearing about all the matches from the 1983 WWF. We love the house show matches. We love the television matches. We love the squash matches. We love your commentary. We love your... Well, it's back. Ladies and gentlemen, Wrestling with the Past is coming back. We are going to jump right back to where we left off, reviewing the WWF 1983, starting with Championship Wrestling, talking about those house shows. We started it. We're going to continue it. We're going to continue reviewing the WWF magazines as part of the Wrestling with the Past show. We're going to review the Pro Wrestling Illustrated magazines as part of the Wrestling with the Past show. And what I want you to do right now is take a little sneak peek at the return of Wrestling with the Past.
Wrestling with the Past, hosted by Jason Nupp. Join Jason as he reviews classic wrestling footage from the golden era of the WWF, when our biggest childhood fear was anyone from the dreaded Heenan family capturing the precious World Wrestling Federation gold from our red and yellow savior, Hulk Hogan. There were rowdy pipers, snookas who superflied, animals with green tongues, Russian Volkovs, sheiks of iron, a demolition that could axe and smash things to bits. It was a glorious time to be alive. It was a time to rock and wrestle, when a video coliseum fulfilled our childhood world with excitement and wonder. And now, the host of Wrestling with the Past, give it up, give it up, give it up for Mr. Jason Nupp.
Ooh, we've got one man to thank, ladies and gentlemen, for that beautiful intro. That is the one and only Smash Ventura, the creative genius that I am so fortunate to have as a friend. A friend of the channel, a friend in real life, Smash Ventura, ladies and gentlemen. So that's Wrestling with the Past. I can't wait to bring that back. Now, a show that I am very, very, very excited about. Very excited about. You guys witnessed it when I got into a very brief collaboration and did a Facebook/podcast show called Back to the 80s. Well, if you remember, the concept of that show was we're going to take a particular year of the greatest decade of all time, the 1980s. We're going to start in 1980, and we're going to talk about that year. We're going to talk about that year in movies. We're going to talk about that year in television shows. We're going to talk about that year in the WWF. We're going to talk about that year in toys, in food, in whatever else, music, whatever happened that touched our young souls. We are going to talk about, and you know it is going to be full of memories and stories. And it's going to include you guys. That one's going to be called Back to the 80s. And again, because of Smash Ventura, let's take a sneak peek at the upcoming Back to the 80s Resurrection.
It was a decade when Marty McFly had to get back to the future, rocking our Walkmans, losing our minds over Rubik Cubes, and Mr. T pitying a whole bunch of fools. A time when we were all moonwalking, when arcades ruled and two Italian plumbers would save the home video console empire. We all asked those burning, pivotal questions. Where's the beef? And who shot JR? Saturday morning heroes who saved our school's shattered souls. Yes, the food, TV, movies, toys, games, cartoons, everything. Take a look back, year by glorious neon-illuminated year, as Jason Nupp takes you back to the 80s.
Cannot wait to get that one started, guys. Loved the concept of the podcast. Loved what we were doing. Need to do it exclusively solo for you guys, and Back to the 80s is coming back to this channel for the fall 2020 preview of the New 80s Revolution. Now, you guys have been with me for a very interesting toy journey. I told you last year that I would be diving in head first to the world of G.I. Joe. And so far, you guys have been watching me purchase figures from 1983, from 1984, and from 1985. And we did it on a show called Collecting is Half the Battle. Well, you know that show's not going anywhere. It is still here. It is still going. We are still purchasing. In fact, we've got 3 more 1985 figures to show you guys when the Collecting is Half the Battle show reemerges with this awesome new intro from Smash Ventura. Check it out.
Get your men together. It's time to invade the G.I. Joe collection and rebuild it from scratch. Ladies and gentlemen, the only man crazy enough to take on this mission, G.I. Jason. Get ready to lock and load with G.I. Jason as he presents Collecting is Half the Battle. Lock and load, people. Move out!
I can tell you one of the figures from 1985 that I just picked up that we're going to be talking about is a crossover LJN, G.I. Joe, LJN. You know who I'm talking about. He's coming up on the next episode of Collecting is Half the Battle. Now, the New 80s Revolution is, me. But it's also a show. Like, the channel's called the New 80s Revolution. My birth certificate says New 80s Revolution. But we have a show that when I come down here and I'm just in the mood, right? I'm just in the mood to talk to you guys about whatever. Maybe I come down here and I show you a new pickup, right? Maybe I show you something awesome that I just found at a thrift store or at a toy show. Or maybe, maybe one of you incredible fans out there, friends of the channel, sends me something, right? Sends me something. Viewer mail. And I want to show you. I want to come down here, turn on the camera, and showcase the generosity of one of you. Or maybe the kid wants to come down here. Maybe New 80s Revolution Jr. wants to come down here and talk about his new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures. Or maybe me and the boy go camping. Or maybe we do this, or maybe we do that, or maybe we just do something that doesn't fall into, the collecting is half the battle category, or wrestling with the past, or back to the 80s. Maybe it's just the New 80s Revolution being the New 80s Revolution, and you will now see an intro to that show. We're going to make it classy around here. Take a look at this.
It's the New 80s Revolution with Jason Nupp, a one-and-all show full of fun where anything can and does happen. Pickups, fan mail, toy reviews, camping with the New 80s Revolution Jr. Whatever the heck else does not fit into a specific category, Jason covers it right here, folks. And now, the host of the New 80s Revolution, Jason Nupp.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is the intro for the catch-all New 80s Revolution show. So we're talking four shows so far under the umbrella. You guys are already fully aware and fully invested in the Vintage Horror Show. And you've seen the intro for that as well. We'll run it again for you. But you've seen it, and that show isn't going anywhere. We go up in the kitchen, we make a delicious man meal, we come down here, we watch a vintage horror movie on VHS, and we have some stimulating conversation about it. That is here on the New 80s Revolution. Live shows. We're going to continue to do great live shows. I love those live shows. It's my opportunity to talk with you guys one-on-one outside of the chat room. We get to outside of the comment section, we get to talk in the chat room of a live show. I love those. Those aren't going anywhere. I'm excited, guys. We've got very, very fun stuff coming. Back to the 80s, I am particularly excited about because I'm going to do it my way. And Wrestling with the Past, we are bringing back. We are going to bring back Wrestling with the Past. You guys enjoyed it. I loved it. We're going to bring it back. Vintage Horror Night is so fun. I get to hang out in my kitchen with you guys and eat and drink a bunch and come down here and watch Nightmare on Elm Street. It's awesome. The pickups. The mail call. Bringing Junior down here to goof around. Taking him out into the woods and beating him up in a tent and starting a fire and it's all going to be right here on the New 80s Revolution. Collecting is half the battle. We are all in it. We are wrapped up in it. And once again, a very, 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 very special thanks to my friend Smash Ventura. Every single episode of every single show that I will put out is going to have a little promotional consideration section right in the middle of the video where I give thanks and praise to the people who deserve it the most, the people who have contributed to this channel. You will see them highlighted in like a little 4-minute or so section right in the middle of a show. All my shows, we will see the great talent of Smash Ventura highlighted. We will talk about why it's so important for you to go to Yojo Outlet and buy all their stuff. And maybe some shout-outs from a few people in the celebrity wing of the New 80s Revolution Hall of Fame. I'm talking to you, Brian Hardy. I'm talking to you, Bobby Jackhammer Campbell. So fun stuff. We're going to keep that structure. We're going to keep it going. This is going to be great. I'm excited about it. Thank you, Smash Ventura, for making this all possible. And guys, you know what we say. We say when we go, when we say goodbye, we don't say goodbye. We say good night now.